Hello, everybody. Welcome to a special Friday afternoon session. I'm coming on to complete out this morning's free readings. I did not get to any of them. Just barely completed the donations. So all the donations were completed in the previous session. Excuse me. Choke me up. And so all the free readings will be complete in this session. You'll notice there's no chat in this one because I'm not taking any new readings. I will be back here in about 3 hours for my evening session. So be sure to catch me then, or I'll also be on tomorrow and Friday morning. I mean, tomorrow and Friday. Wow. Saturday and Sunday morning at 11 a.m. Mountain Time. And then tonight and tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Mountain Time. Sorry, I'm hacking up there. I just ate. I'm a little flummy. Sorry. So after I finish these readings, I will post a comment listing the order in which everything was completed so you can find your reading more quickly. All right. So let's jump in. First up, we have Jean XO. Hello, hello. In this for everyone, we're going to be using the Witch's Tarot today for this session as well. All right. So, Jean, you want to do a check-in on Virgo's feelings towards you and the underlying energies. All right, so let's take a look here. What are their feelings and then the underlying energy? Wow. So, got the underlying energy is the Two of Cups. Can't make that up, so that's pretty good there, right? And then the other energy we have here. All right. So we do have the King of Swords. So the Virgo, of course, is in there. Element of thinking with the King of Swords coming in. Because not only do they roll over the sword suit, but they're given a second portion. So they're really in their head about thinking about things. And the Eight of Cups is this energy of walking away from emotions and relationships that don't serve them and walking towards something of the Nine of Cups. So they're really in their head trying to figure out, they feel like your relationship's an important one, but I feel like they're just trying to figure things out. They're trying to see things from a different perspective. They're trying to get clarity, and they are clearing away some old emotions and other relationships and stuff too. And so they're just kind of determining what they are keeping in their life, who they are keeping in their life, and who they're not. Excuse me, and looking at the big picture of it all too. So I don't know. It just feels like they're overthinking, and reflecting a lot on past relationships and emotions of pleasure and love and stuff that they've had with you or other people just all around, but also the painful things too. And so I feel like they're, I don't know, they're showing me like someone going through like a a box of pictures, trying to sort things, but then they get caught up. I'm so sorry. We've got storms coming into, so my sinuses are acting up. So sorry. It's choking me up there, Gene. Uh, but they're like looking through these pictures and they're supposed to be tossing stuff, but they get like, oh, and they're reminiscing, and then they're getting caught up in the reminiscing. It's like, get out of your head. Let's go. But it's what they need to do. It's a Virgo thing, being an air sign sun. I get it. It's important to let the mind do what it needs to do and run its course, but I feel like they're really caught up in their steam and smoke coming out of their head. So that's the kind of energy that's coming in right now. I don't feel like any movement. I just feel like a lot of mental energy being invested right now. All right, so that's what they have for you, Jean. So many blessings to you. And then Happy Pill, you're up. So you want this week reading from Saturday to Saturday with angel guidance. All right, let's take a look here. What do they want you to know about this Saturday to next Saturday? All right. So you start off with the Queen of Wands. which is about owning your power, owning your energy, your magic wand. Whatever you focus on grows and expands and draws to you, like attracts like. She is a lot about connecting to the spirit world too and asking for guidance of which way to go, what's to happen, those types of things. You got the 7 of Cups too. And the 7 of Cups, I feel like there's a different emotion for every day. So I feel like, sorry for the shadow there on my camera, but you got all these different cups. So it's like you got all these different emotions. Every day brings you something different this week. And to navigate it, I really feel like that's why you have the Queen of Wands, to step into your power. If you focus on something that you don't want, you draw it to you. If you focus on fearing something will leave, you repel it. Whatever you focus on grows. If you focus on higher vibration, then that'll bring things in of higher vibration. So as you go from day to day, and I feel like you're experimenting with all these different emotions, you just experience like almost like the 7 dwarfs. Anger, and Doc, what is it? Dopey and Doc and bashful, and it's like you go through 7 different emotions throughout the 7 days. So when you're unsure of what something means or how to move around something or through something, definitely with the angel guidance, you can ask them of your own free will. They won't meddle unless you ask them of your own free will. Just, can you guys show me? Can you guide me? Can you show me? And then they will bring that in for you. So I like it. All right. And that's what they have for you. Happy pill. So many blessings to you. Sorry, my phlegm's almost gone. Sorry, everybody. I can just feel the frog leaving. So, Eagle, you are up next. So, general for the next week, work wise. All right. What does Spirit want you to know about next week with work? All right. Wow. You got 2 major, like past life energies coming in here. You got the Judgment card, but with this deck that I use, it's karma. And it's like there's this past life energy with the 6 of Cups, which is another card that represents past life energy. So you're going to be interacting with some old things from your childhood or from previous work experience where you're at. If you're looking for a job, you might even get like consider reaching out to the company you worked for if you want to work for them again. They might have an opening or something. But it is this energy of old coming through, and it could be that you do bump into someone that you feel like you've known for a long time, didn't know him in this lifetime either, because you've got these strong past life connections. 2 cards that are representing in this here. So it feels very much about the past being brought up in a positive way, or bumping into someone from your past, or from a past lifetime. So there's this energy of the past coming into the present next week, whatever that means for you. But or it could be all of it coming in too. I just feel like it's a very interesting week of reminiscing, um, bumping into someone at work that just got hired that you used to work or you knew before somewhere, like, oh my God, you're going to work here? Something along those lines, where it just feels like the ghost of Christmas past has come to visit you, but not in a scary way, in a fun way, in a uh, more uplifting way. So hopefully that makes sense. But that's what's coming in there. So many blessings to you, Eagle. And then Miniheel, you want a general for the next 10 days for you. All right, let's take a look here. Let's shuffle these up. Cards flying everywhere here. Get them recharged. There we go. So next 10 days. What do they want you to know? All right. So you've got the 9 of Pentacles, which is a lot about being by yourself, alone time, with spirit, of course. But it is about this stepping back and stepping into your own space. 9 of Pentacles, 9 being the Hermit's card, Pentacles being the outside world. It's hermiting from the outside world. But the Knight of Wands comes in here, which is this quest for energy, quest for your power, And I feel like because you're kind of being drawn over the next 10 days to some reflection, that this does spark things. It does get things moving, does get things focused, does get things with energy and like a new quest again for your energy. The night, all nights have a quest, the Knight of Wands. They pursue finding the Ace of Wands, which is understanding whatever I focus on is what grows and expands. So if I focus on lower vibrational things like what I want, what I miss, what I hate, what I'm afraid of will leave or afraid will come into my life, I feed all that and grow all those things that result in lower vibrational events and experiences and people. But if you, over these 10 days, as you're stepping back and focusing, if you focus on gratitude for what you do have in your life, thanking Creator for what they're bringing, trusting that they are bringing things in for your highest experience, and focusing on joy and laughter and peace, then you get more of those that come in for that too. So sorry. So these next 10 days, I feel like are almost like a oh no, you're gonna have a heightened manifestation energy where you can draw things in fast, and you might draw in things fast that you don't want, but you are able to switch your energy and see this fall away as something else comes in more quickly than normal. So the next 10 days is a heightened time of attraction for you. So be very aware, journal a lot, journal every day if you can. What I focused on, what came around, because I feel like you're going to get a lot of awareness that comes in with all that too. So that's what they have for you, Mini Heels. So many blessings to you. And then Julie, you are up. So what do you need to hear for your highest good? Absolutely. You are very welcome. Let's take a look here. All right. Yeah, two cards come flying out here. All right. Well, you got the Ace of Swords and the Nine of Cups. The Ace of Swords is about clarity, direction, seeing things from a different perspective. And the Nine of Cups is about emotional dreams come true. What is that dream? And I feel like you're getting clarity right now around what is it that I truly want? You know, we're inundated so much growing up in our present day of all the supposed tos and shoulds and need tos and have tos and must, and a lot of dreams are handed to us. And we're children, we don't know any better. We just take them and we start living these, well, the dream is this and that and that. But when we really ask our heart's like, no, I don't want that. The mind is trying to make the heart convince it to go in this direction, in this cage that it's been put in. And the heart is like, no, I want to be free. Open this damn door. 'Cause your heart wants to express itself. It wants to pursue what it wants. And so questioning, why do I want what I want? And releasing these things that are rooted in fear, allow your heart to express itself and head off where it really wants to go. So I feel like that's an important thing for you to know right now. And that's what they have for you, Julie. So many blessings to you. And then feels you are up next with 5 Z's. What see what your soul loves to pursue as a career. Sure, let's take a look here. See what kind of guidance that they're willing. It's always a scavenger hunt that's coming in. If you haven't checked out Sahara Rose, she has a great book called Discover Your Dharma. If you check out her website, it's I am Sahara, Sahara, Rose, Rose.com. All together. She has some quizzes on there under the Purpose tab and the Your Vita tab, and you can get some information around how you want to express your unconditional love to the world. It is really helpful, so you can check that out. But you have the 5 of Swords here, which is the battling between your head and your heart. And the 9 of Pentacles is about you spending some time stepping back, connecting with spirit, and they'll give you some clarity and they'll help you understand here. Let's see if I can zoom in here on this, all this butterfly and all these flying fairies here. It's allowing you, that's a dragonfly, I think, not a butterfly, but it is this transformation. It is the battle between what you think you're supposed to do, right? The fear of letting people down, the fear of choosing the wrong thing, But that's the whole thing is it is a scavenger hunt. It's like discovering how we uniquely want to share the unconditional love in our heart with the world. So stepping away, getting away from all the chaos and all the influence and just trying to clear your mind and go, maybe make a little journal entry in your journal. What's the last 5 times that you experienced where your heart felt full, like it was singing, like it was dancing? And what is that? What kind of thing makes you feel that way? And then brainstorm with spirit on how can I express that in my world? How can I do that to where it's a job? And maybe it starts off where you're working a part-time or full-time job while you're doing a hobby, while you're developing it, and volunteering doing something or offering it for free or for very limited price in the beginning as you grow it and then see where it leads you. But it's all about the journey and the adventure, I feel, for you. So hopefully that helps a little bit. And that's what they have for you right now. Feels so many blessings to you. All right. Then we're jumping into the big screenshot I've got to here. I think I counted like I got about 43 or 44 readings. So just hang in there. We'll get through everyone. So up next we got Ecliptus. Hey, Ecliptus, or maybe Eucalyptus. Maybe you can do you can have your own Ecliptus. It's like bath salts for the eclipses. I don't know. Anyway, eucalyptus body wash. You want spirit guides messages. So if that was one of them, if you want to start your own bath salt business, there you go. You get confirmation. You do have the temperance card and you have the page of wands. So I feel like whatever this is that you're heading toward that feels like it's been taking forever is actually unfolding um, step by step. This page of wands is like a new spark that it's coming toward it. And the temperance is like alchemy where it goes back and forth between, two cups and it takes time. And each time though, that the water is going to each cup or the, it's usually like a base metal, it is transforming into gold. And so there's this new spark. And I feel like you might be seeing a little bit of fruit of your labor. You might say, I think there was some gold tint, some gold sparkles in there because you're starting to see fruition come closer and closer. So I feel like you get like a second wind towards whatever this is, and you see some progress, some benefit, some fruit from the harvest. And you're like, all right, this is worth it. Let's keep going. We're almost there. We're almost there. So I feel like there is this energy of not just temperance, but perseverance coming in and just take a deep breath and let the second wind hit. It'll be worth it, I feel. So that's what's coming in, hopefully. Patience, perseverance. I know. All right. So many blessings to you. And then Nelia Maderos, hello, hello. Any messages from your guardian angels? All right, let's see. What do your guardian angels want you to know right now? You have like the Tres Amigos. So you've got here some passion headed your way. You've got because you've got the sun card, which is bright, sunshiny. I mean, the sun is very fiery. You also have the Knight of Wands, which is fast moving energy and passion with the Two of Cups coming in. So I do feel like there it might even be like a fire sign, sun cards Leo energy, but with both the Knight of Wands and the Sun, there is this movement of passion with the Two of Cups. So if you've been hanging out with someone, I feel like it's going to speed up and it's going to kind of feel sudden. If not, there's someone that's going to come out of the woodworks, suddenly, and you're like, "Whoa, where'd you come from?" But it feels like an important relationship, and there's a lot of passion around it. But I don't feel like a warning sign or anything. There's attraction. There's physical and energetic attraction between the two of you, and just know that's their fire. I feel like they have a lot of fire within them, either their birth chart, a fire sign, or they are a fire sign themselves, sun, Well, yeah, with the Sun card there. But it's, that's how they express themselves first, and then emotions and vulnerability open up later. Uh, yeah, because I don't feel like sometimes I'll get energy of like, "Oh, they're just all about the intimacy," but this is how they start, and they don't have intentions of just booty calls or whatever. They do wanna share emotion. They just start off with the fire and the passion first, and then they open up more. So I feel like that's important for you to know. That's what's coming in for you there. All right, Nelia. So many blessings to you. And then Day Sturgis, you want a general reading. So let's see what the spirit wants you to know right now. All right, well, you got a lot of suddenness coming in here. You got the Tower and the Eight of Wands. It's a lot of energy. That lightning bolt hitting the Tower, the Eight of Wands is all about fast moving energy and flow. So there's something that's going to come out of nowhere, just and that it's something's going to be removed out of your life really fast, but something gets removed, moved right back into your life very fast too. It's like there's waiting room only is what I hear, and or standing room only, and there's like a waiting line, and there's something that's been stagnant in your life, and it's like this is being removed, and there's something already goes into its place, right? And it just replaces it, and it doesn't really replace it. It transforms the space instead of. And so if this is a person, this would be like you might have had someone in your life where it wasn't going anywhere, or they were, taking forever or ghosting you or whatever, and you've been holding hope. I feel like there's this movement, like you find something out. What, they got married? Like, right, what? And then you're like, well, phew. And then and you're like, who are you? And it's like, oh, okay. And so this energy has been holding things in place and keeping things away for this moment that comes out of nowhere, moves that so that you'll open up. And it was like some other people got tired of waiting in line. And then here's the person that's meant to be with you in the next relationship. And that helps trigger everything, if that makes sense. Right. So that's what's coming in for you, Day Sturgis. So many blessings to you. And then Patricia, guidance for the week ahead. All right. So what does Spirit want you to know about the week ahead? All right. Well, we got joy and celebration, and then also harvest with the Empress. And so I feel like there is this new birth, this celebration, this gathering, which offers you this opportunity for maybe passion, maybe. But I do feel like it's you going and attending something is very important, because there is an important new start that happens if you'll go to this invitation, whatever you're invited to, whether it's just a regular come to hang out, or if it's a wedding or a birthday party or some sort of celebration that you're being invited to. And if you'll go and do that, then, like I said, there's this, it's the Empress, it's a major arcana, so it's a significant new birth that comes in for it. But go for you, not for other people. Go, you know what? I am going to go to that and I'm going to have fun. I'm not going to check a mark off, going, well, because it'll please them. Go and go, yeah, because I'm going to go do this for me, and I'm going to go have fun, and I'm going to go enjoy myself, not to invest energy to check off a box. So I like that for you. So definitely go to this new invitation of a gathering that's coming up for you. All right. So that's what's coming in, Patricia. Many blessings. And then Grace 1111, you want a general reading. All right. So you got one and then two. All right. Well, so you got the Knight of Cups, which is movement of emotion coming in here. And there might be some offering of love coming your way. You've got the Two of Pentacles and the Three of Pentacles. And the Two of Pentacles is kind of leaning me towards that there's going to be two individuals coming from the outside world. The Three of Pentacles is about you being true to your authentic self. And I feel like one, you feel you have to shrink and try to be someone that you're not because they're like, ooh, they got a lot of roles and they're attractive and they look good on paper. And it feels like, well, I've got to act different and be different so that I'm acceptable for them. The other one accepts you as you are and is attracted to you for being your own true unique self, and that's the one your heart wants. You can choose whichever one you want. There's no wrong choice, but if you choose the one that's you're trying to be someone that you're not, you'll see right through it, and then you're going to realize I don't want to be this, and you'll end up going the other direction anyway. Um, so you can either go through the experience and go, or you can just go, you know what? I'm going to bypass that one and just start this relationship with this other person. So I like that for you because it's more, you deserve to have someone who appreciates you for you. All right. That's what's coming in for you, Grace. Many blessings. And then Dollface Diva, I'd like a general for the weekend. So let's take a look here. What do they want you to know for the weekend here? All right. So the Two of Cups, you do have this opportunity for an important meeting with someone. And the Seven of Wands tells me that it's either you or them that's standing up above the crowd. And it's like being in a spotlight, being in a stage, or set apart in some way where you guys spot each other and see each other and go, huh. And there's this attraction. There's this drawing together. I feel like it's probably romantic, but if it's not, it's, at least like you're cool too, and you hang out and you become best friends. But I feel like it's more than that. I feel like it is like, well, hello there. And they're like, hello yourself, you sassy doll-faced diva, you. But I like it. I feel like it's so just be aware of someone that stands out that you just feel drawn to, because I feel like it's an important connection for you. All right, so that's what's coming in for this weekend, Dollface Diva. So many blessings. And then Lynx Lee, you want the rest of the June month. All right, let's see what Spirit has for you for the rest of June. All right. I do see here you have the Nine of Pentacles. Been coming out a lot. Must be some hermit energy out there. But this is about spending some time by yourself with spirit, because they do reveal things to you and awareness to you that makes you want to change course here with the Three of Wands. It's like you are taking an off ramp and going a different direction than you normally would because you're getting new information from spirit. You're like, okay, I get it. I get it. I was going this way, and it was great because when you're traveling on a map, you don't just go from A to B. It's you go to A to B, and then you take B off ramp to C, and then you take C to D, and then you take this loop to E, and then you're there. It's like you're on this alteration of course where you're ready to switch and head in a different direction that'll get you to your ultimate destination. So I feel like this month of June is a lot of reflection on that, and you're drawn into some alone time so you can really think about things. And when you think about things, you get this information that either comes from the outside world or drops into your head or emotional or energetic, but you just know, you have this knowingness of like, nah, I don't want to continue going, I want to take this off ramp. So that's what's coming in for you, Linksley. So many blessings to you. And then Smooth Life, you want to know anything that you need to know. So what does Spirit want you to know right now? All right. So you've got this balancing energy that's coming in here. I mean, you've got the Star card and the King of Cups that comes in. And King of Cups balances head and heart. The Star card, all of these stars represent the 7 chakras. So there's this, balancing energy of the um, two pots of water, of the water bearer, the Aquarian energy that comes in there. And you also have the Two of Wands, which is again this choice between two things. balance, 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 balance. And I feel like their energy here is, being aware of where you're investing your energy, and kind of taking a step back and really looking at, don't be totally led by your mind or totally influenced by your heart, but let them come together and decide, what is it that my dream is? Where do I want to head? What do I want to do? How do I want it to unfold? What's going on here, right? Because all this energy of balance, 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 and the Two of Wands, whatever I focus my energy on is what expands. And if you focus too much on lower vibrational things out of fear, we draw a lot of those things towards us, and uh, you know, uh, keeps us looping in fear, because then we fear more. We get more of what we didn't want, and then we fear we're going to get more, and then we do get more, and we fear more because we're drawing it to us. But when we begin to focus on what our true dream is, this balancing between the head and the heart, and we put a plan together, and we're able to, with the Two of Wands, when we focus on the gratitude, that speeds things up. It takes us in a different direction. It does help balance out all that lower vibrational energy that comes into. So I feel like that's an important thing for you to know right now. Balance being key. Yay! All right. Well, that's what they have for you, Smooth Life. So many blessings. And then Swaroop Bobby, you want any message card from CH, please? You're both in cold communication. All right. So any messages from CH? All right. All right. They got a lot of movement energy. We got the King of Wands and the Chariot card. The Chariot card is movement and decision making, you know, both of the stories of their brain and emotional choices and energetic choices and physical choices. King of Wands is someone who, you know, it's like there's this energy that they can, with their magic wand. It's almost like the magician. They focus and they grow, and they're really powerful in guiding and choosing. It's a lot like the emperor energy, where they're making some choices. They're in the middle of trying to decide what it is that they want, and then they're going to put action behind it and move forward. Bottom of the deck, you have the Ace of Pentacles, because I was asking them, is there, like, is this about getting back together, about connecting? But I feel like they're just kind of revamping what they're wanting. I feel like they're heading a different direction with the Ace of Pentacles, but I feel like that Ace of Pentacles is for you too. Yeah, because on the bottom of the deck, you get the Ace of Cups, new love, Ace of Pentacles, new opportunity, Six of Cups in the middle here, which is all about um, past life connection coming in. So I feel like you're going to be, this one is like, you learned what you needed to learn. So really evaluate, what did I learn from this about myself and my fears and relationships and my thoughts and my beliefs and my emotions? And because this person that comes in is from your past life, you have a lot of past life connections. And there is this, I don't know, I mean, you're gonna meet him and you're gonna have this draw, and I feel like you guys are meant to bump into each other and like have a relationship in this lifetime too. But when you meet him, I usually say it's like you meet him and they have like a rainbow shooting out of their butt, or you know, they're glowing or something, because you're like, I think that's them, because it's gonna be that obvious when you meet them. I don't feel like this CH brings that. I feel like it's more codependency. It's more like you have to walk on eggshells and try to be something for him, and that's not you. This other, it'll just be this draw. You'll feel natural. You'll be able to be yourselves, and there'll just be this instant bond between you. So that's what I feel's coming in for that, Swaroop. So many blessings to you. Hang in there. And then angel blessings. You want to know any blessings coming to you? I'm sure there's angelic blessings coming towards you. Because it's angel blessings, right? Let's see here. Well, yeah. So you do have the Ace of Cups. So you do have this heightened love and this connection to unconditional love to the upper world where you do feel full and overflowing with this love that comes in. And it does spark you. You've got the Magician card and the Five of Wands. And this is this culmination, this transformation of this energy that's been feeling conflicting with the Five of Wands. And with the Magician, you're able to focus on whatever you're wanting to grow and expand. And I feel like with blessing, it's like any blessings coming in, totally up to you because we attract to us whatever energy we're focusing on. So if I'm focused on lower vibrational, I'm going to get blessed with lower vibrational things. Blessed, right? But they are. Everything is a blessing and some of it is in disguise because when we have lower vibrational things happen, they help point us inward and upward to higher vibration. The more we experience it, the more we turn inward and inward and inward. And then we're like, fine, I'm going here. And like, there it is, what I've been looking for all along. So do feel like there's this gift of, higher love and higher love connection to the spirit world. But there's also this energy coming in here of, you know, um, whatever you focus on, you draw towards you. And the more gratitude you have about what you do have, and towards trusting the creator and spirit that they will bring these things in, and you'll see things that feel more like blessings come in more the more we have gratitude for the blessings we already got, right? But when we focus on wanting, then we tell the universe, I enjoy wanting, not receiving, because if I receive, then I stop wanting. I need to continue to want. So like, all right, we'll make it happen. But that's not what we're looking for, right? So if you focus on gratitude for the things that you did have come in that you wanted, then they'll bring in more to make you feel that feeling, right? So that's what's coming in for angel blessings. So many blessings to you. And then a new three, you want a higher self guidance. All right, let's take a look here. What does your higher self want you to know? So something just hit my window. Oh, it's windy outside. I was like, spirit is knocking on your window. All right. Yep. So you've got here's your soul, the full card, getting ready to leap and jump off and be in this new adventure that's coming in, right? And the Queen of Swords is balancing your head and your heart. And the full card is this journey of a new adventure and um, something that's free of expectations and not up here. And when you look at the Queen of Swords, she represents one of my cards of the perfect counterpart, someone who you're very um interactive with. Let me see, what's the word I'm looking for. It's someone who's a great match. It's the word compatible. There you go. Thank you, Spirit. Like it begins with a C. It's not, but it's compatible. It's like someone that's so much communicates the way you do, able to share your heart, share emotions, intelligent but emotional, but not too where they don't know whether they have a great balance between head and heart. And the full card is like I feel like there's this new adventure, this new journey that's coming in with someone that's very compatible for you if you don't have someone already. If you are having someone already who is compatible, then this is about a new fresh start, a new adventure with whoever this is. And it is very, like I said, it's freeing because the full card is like letting go of the old cycles, letting go of the old thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that just let you move forward. And you're able to just enjoy the adventure and not have a whole lot of intentions and supposed tos and need tos and rules. It's like, no, we just get to enjoy each other, be grateful for one another instead of focusing on who someone's not being. And so I really like this new adventure that's headed your way here, right? So hopefully that helps. That brings you the guidance you need. Right. So many blessings. And then cutie, the person's on your mind. Any messages from them? All right. Well, you got the 7 of Swords and the 9 of Pentacles. So 9 of Pentacles has been coming up a lot in these readings, but it's about spending time with yourself, inward and upward, trusting spirit to guide you. And the 7 of Swords is becoming aware of your own thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that have deceived you and feel like it cheated you out of things in your life. And, with the both of those coming in together, I feel like that is why spirit is having you step back away from the chaos, away from the noise, to be able to connect and see things more clearly. And then you're able to go, oh, these are these thoughts and beliefs that just irritate me and are constantly triggering. And then you're like, okay, this is where this comes from. I can release this. And it's a positive time with spirit just to release whatever issues are hitting you hard. It's like getting to the root of the fear and the belief that's below it so you can transform that. And that's what they have for you right now, cuties. So many blessings to you. All right. And then we've got Kritika Mehotra. So you've been thinking of meeting with Gaurav. Is he thinking too, or was it a mere coincidence or something? Let's take a look here. So is he thinking about it too? And anything else I should know about here? Is he thinking about it? I got the death card here. So I don't feel like they are. Good. Message loud and clear. No. Because I just heard death. I didn't, because I usually say death and rebirth, but they held back the rebirth. And I feel like that. What's going on here? Yeah, they have this 5 of Pentacles, this feeling of lack and low self-worth and feeling left in the cold and abandoned. And so there's this energy that's there that they're just not. It's like they don't. That was a deep sigh, wasn't it? It feels heavy. And it's just like I just don't feel like I'm worthy. And so I just know you're gonna, whatever happens, people just dump me anyway, or things happen, I'm not good enough, or whatever. So I'm not gonna worry about it. That's the kind of energy I feel here too. So I don't feel like um I just feel like they're ready to, for you to face those things, those emotions, and any of that resonates too, because they're a mirror. But I just feel like they're just not in a place for a relationship. They just don't feel like they are worthy of one. So that's something that they need to deal with on their own. So that's what they've got for you, my dear. All right. And then we have new love coming up. So new love. You ran into P yesterday after weeks of no contact. He didn't acknowledge, even say hi to you. If you block him, would you get any consequences or will it be okay? My work with him is finished. Well, this feeling of blocking them, I just don't even feel like we need to invest that energy. That it feels aggressive or passive aggressive, right? I feel like what they want you to do here, yeah, you have the Queen of Pentacles, which is Mother Nature, Mother Nurture. The full card is releasing all these expectations and all the supposed tos and shoulds and need tos, and just let it be what it is and unfold where it unfolds. There's nothing that they will, that will come from them having access, right? To whatever. It's like, yeah, if I block them, then that's like, "Arr," it's like retaliation. And we retaliate when we're in fear and when we feel wronged and we need to defend ourselves. And it's like, you know what, they are a perfect mirror for us to look at ourselves and go, how do I not acknowledge myself? How do I not say hi to myself? And I don't acknowledge me. And and I feel like this is the mirror that he was supposed to be, so that you could see that, right? And see, oh, okay. Otherwise, it wouldn't bother us. We're like, oh, hey, they ignored me. Well, okay. You know, um, And I don't know if you acknowledge him or say hi to him? Maybe he's thinking, "Wow, she saw me. She didn't even, you know, didn't even acknowledge me or say hi to me." But I feel like there's this, well, uh, this release with this full card of, you don't have to block, you don't have to retaliate, you don't have to act out. You don't it's The outside world happens for us, and we recognize the things within us that are in here in the outside world, because we don't see the world as it is, we see the world as we are. So when I see something, I'm like, wow. And that's what comes in here is with spirit, is like, they didn't acknowledge me, and it's like, oh, I don't acknowledge myself. There's three fingers pointing back at me, and then how did I not acknowledge them? And it's like, well, I didn't feel like I was comfortable to do that. Well, then maybe he didn't either. We put ourselves in that same shoes, then we're like, okay. It helps us release those uh all those feelings and all that triggers and all that lower vibrational emotion. We get to release it and just go, you know what? So I'll just leave it open. And maybe they were so distracted with something that maybe they didn't see me. Maybe they were just like, off in something. We don't know what people were going through, right? All we know is what emotions came up within me are mine that I can deal with. My stories that I put to things are my choice, my emotions, my energy, my physical actions. And then that's what I feel is coming through for spirit. Of course, you can do whatever you want to do. There's never any wrong or right. But since you were asking them, they're just like, yeah, that's an action of retaliation. They keep saying retaliation, and that's what happens when we feel we're wronged. I'll get you. I'm gonna block you, or I'm gonna unfriend you, or I'm gonna ignore you because you ignored me. When we feel like we're acting like a 2-year-old, it's because we are. Because when we go into fear, we revert to our little 2-year-old self, and our pet hissing cat. You see a little cat with a he's a samurai. I love my cat shirts because they remind me about my cat mind. When I go into fear, attack, run away. And so when I feel that, it's like, okay, where did I have fear? Where do I felt like where I had hurt come in here? And then I can transform that if I want. So hopefully that helps, new love. The hissing cats. All right. Many blessings. Right. And then soul searching vibe, you are up. So Leo's thoughts towards you. What are Leo's thoughts towards you? Nope, none of those. So I wish I can sip here. Love storms. Storms coming in. But I also have this urge to yawn. Now, how many of you are going to yawn because I said that? We're like, cloudy days make you want to sleep, right? So Leo's thoughts towards you. I'm focused now. Sorry, soul searching vibe. All right, here we go. Focus. All right. So, oop, and that was thunder. All right. So we've got here, we got the Ace of Cups coming in here, and we've got the Six of Swords. So the Ace of Cups is about new love, higher love. Six of Swords is about transformation, leaving behind old ways of thinking, movement to new ways of thinking. And it's from choppy waters to calmer waters coming in here. And so I feel like there's a lot of mindset changes that are going on, and they're thinking about a lot of things, and they're thinking about new love, higher love, the love of the heart. They're trying to figure things out. And I whatever has been causing them some angst and some aggression, or I don't know, they just feel agitated. I feel like there's this change that's happening. They're letting some of their fears go, because that's what agitates us, is our little inner self feels unsafe and out of control. I feel like they've been, really thinking about things here. What's on the bottom of the deck too? Yeah, we got the high priestess, so it's, this energy of being pulled back and looking upward and behind the veil and deep into their emotions. So I feel like they're just really, yeah, and here's the Queen of Pentacles too with Mother Nature, Mother Nurture. So definitely, I just feel like they're in this, inner reflection, trying to find fulfillment of love and emotion. And I feel like they're looking inward, which is great because that's where they're going to find it. Because you can't give them the love they're looking for. They can't give you the love you're looking for. Because what we're looking for is inward and upward. We find it here, not, out there. And so, we've got this energy of um, inwardness, reflection, inward search, traveling in their mind and figuring stuff out. So I don't feel like they have necessarily towards you. I feel like you're part of the discussion that's going on in here, but they're trying to figure things out. And I don't feel like they've reached a necessary conclusion for action at this point. So searching vibe, I feel like they're still trying to figure things out. And I know, I've been there before where, it's like, "Oh, they're worth it, I'll wait for them." That was earlier in my life. Now that I'm on this side of my life, I'm like, my patience level of things for that are gone. I'm like, my kind of this message, and this is kind of sassy coming from your spirit guides. It's like if someone's not smart enough to recognize what a great catch I am and what a great partner I would be, they don't deserve me. Thank you for showing me because I don't want to be with someone who's stupid. I like that, the kind of sassiness. It's like, you know what? I can be confident in being who I am, and it's not arrogance, it's confidence. Arrogance says, "I know I'm better than everyone else." Confidence is like, "I know who I am." And when you step in that and go, "You know what? I want and I deserve someone who can see me and recognize me and is intelligent enough to go, wow, if you are interested in me, I feel lucky." And wow, and I'm like, well, good, because I feel that same way about you. But if someone can't recognize that, then they are stupid. So there you go. Soul searching vibe. If they can't recognize it and act on it, well, then whatever's meant for us will not pass us by, right? So we're like, you know what? If you're with someone and they're doing that, you're just like, you know what? I kind of feel like I just need some time to think about things. We're up for annual renewal, and I'm not sure if I'm going to renew. What? All right. So many blessings to you. Hopefully, it made you chuckle a little bit, but many blessings. All right. Pinky, you are up next. Spirit message. Let's take a look here. No, none of those. All right. Telling you, trying to take a card out and they just don't want to. You're like, whoa, okay. Well, I like this for you. I think I got something similar a little bit ago here too. But you've got the Temperance card in the Page of Wands, and the Temperance card is this, energy of balance of life and patience and alchemy, something that's slowly making itself known or coming to fruition. And the Page of Wands is this, like, I think the energy that came through before with these two cards together is like a second wind, right? And it's like you're starting to see stuff like what they showed me before, which they're just replaying it in my head, is like two cups, and it starts off with a base metal, and as it goes back and forth, this liquid slowly, magically starts to change into gold. And I feel like you're starting to see the sparkle of some gold, you know, glitter in it, and you're like, "Oh, wait a minute, I think I see something happening." And because you're seeing some fruition, you're seeing some action, some movement, it gives you a second wind to stick with it. And I like this. Have patience and persevere. It will be worth the wait, as kind of this message that comes in. So hopefully that makes sense to you. right? And that's what they have for you, Pinky. And then Goldie wanted an angel message. Let's see what they have here for you. All right. So you have the Seven of Cups, and then you also have the Three of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles is about being true to your authentic self. And the Seven of Cups is a lot of emotional confusion. Like there's a lot of choices that can be made there emotionally, a lot of emotional options. And the Three of Pentacles is about which of all these allows you to be true to your authentic self, what feels like you. In fact, there's like seven options of ways of experiences, of people, of whatever. And it's difficult. Like, I don't want to make the wrong choice. And there's no wrong choice. There's just different choices with different experiences. And if you choose the one that's true to you, like what you want to do, it's going to feel so great. If you settle or, you know, throw your heart in the cage and put the little, blanket over it and go to sleep. You can't have what you want. We're going to go by what the mind wants to step into order and to check things off a list. Then you're going to be miserable. You're going to be like, what if, what if, what if? So with these situations that are coming up, choose from your heart, not from responsibility or what makes everyone else feel fine. This is your time for you. So I like that for you. And that's what they have. So many blessings to you, Goldie. All right. And then we've got Laura Buck. You are up. So, is there a message about you or children you feel stuck in, worthy, and gave up? Just hope I'm not too late on getting myself back together and also not too late on reconnecting with my children in life. Okay. Let's take a look here. So between you and your children. All right. So I got that one. What's this one here? All right. Yeah, it's not too late. You still have, the Lover's card is about important relationships and emotional choice. And the Knight of Cups is movement of emotion. So it's not too late. You even got the Eight of Cups on the bottom of the deck with the Ace of Pentacles, which is new opportunities opening. And look, you even got Leo, the little inner child card. So, the Eight of Cups tells us to leave behind emotions that no longer serve you. That'll give you the emotional energy to keep forward because when we're looking at, when we feel hopeless, what that is rooted in is an expectation, right? A supposed to be, a should be, a need to be, a have to be, a must be. When we have this belief, and I had this, so just kind of relating to it, like my family wasn't very close growing up. And about, I think it was in 2018, um, I was living here in the city, and Spirit goes, I'm moving you. We're going to go live near your family who had moved to Northern Idaho. And I'm like, what? We hadn't really been close. And I'm like, all right. And I go, why? And they're like, we're just going to look at your, family expectations. And I'm like, okay. So I went there and I moved all the way there, and we'd have family events, and I would go with these expectations. They're supposed to pay attention to me, and we're all supposed to do this, and it's supposed to be this and that, and everyone's wanting to do things and contact me and want to do all this. And then I realized I don't. I like one-on-one, but like family gatherings, I felt like I was a ghost, like I was just kind of a dream. You know how you're like, I didn't feel like I was interacting. I didn't feel a part of it, and but the whole purpose of me being there for a couple of years was me realizing I can release everyone from my expectations, and I can release myself from my expectations. And then because they chose to live where they lived. I'm like, I get to choose where I live too and where I want to be. And my dad, he is in Hawaii with his wife. It's everyone chose to be away. And I'm like, it's okay, you know. And I feel like this is what this Eight of Cups is, for you to look at your emotions and go, you know what? um, I can release these old emotions of feeling abandoned, your inner child feeling abandoned, feeling left behind out in the cold, and release all of your children from any expectations, forgive them and release, because forgiveness isn't about, they can all do what they've done again and I can do whatever I done again. It's forgiveness is, I love the way an oracle card put it. It was something like choosing to no longer be a vessel of pain because of other people's actions or non-actions, their words or their silence. And I pour out all that and I'm like, I'm not going to hold on to this anymore. I release it. And then the vessel that's left can become a vessel of love. And we allow that love to come from above and fill us up and then overflow. And this Eight of Cups is about, these emotions we have suppressed, bringing them up, transforming them. All that energy we've been using to suppress comes back to us. When we look at relationships with other people, if we're the ones investing 70, 80, 90%, we can back off to 50. And if they don't do the other, if they drift away, it drifts away. What is meant for us does not pass us by. And I know the desire of a parent to have a relationship with their child is primal. It's part of the humanity, right? But when we look at why are we putting importance into it, getting into the root, getting to the bottom of those fears and understanding what's underneath that, because if I'm like, you know, if what if I don't have a relationship with my children, you know, then that's what does that mean? I get to decide what it means. What we fear is what other people will think, right? What will my children think of me? But if they decide that they don't want to have a relationship, then you were actually freeing them and allowing them, well, then you guys to be, I just know I will always love you. And when I pass away, I will be haunting you. No, not haunting you, but I'll be around you. But it's never too late. But if you go in it with expectations, it sucks the life out of it. But if you find your self-love first, because you can't give your children something you don't have for yourself. So if you focus on your love for yourself and you expand it, then that opens up your ability to give and receive love to your children, unconditional love, where, you know, you don't have any expectations. You just reach out and you just tell them, you know what, if you feel like you need to ask for forgiveness or tell them that I know that I hurt you in the past, and I just want you to know that I'm sorry. And if you do, want to have any kind of relationship, I'm willing to have one on your terms, to allow them to have control, because if they feel out of control, their little inner child feels out of control. If you allow them to have the control, then their little inner child will be more open to it. But if you're like, this is how it has to be, it's like, yeah, 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 right? And they're like, no. But if you're vulnerable and you show that, then that can possibly be an opening there. But it starts with your self-love first. So hopefully that's helpful, Laura. That's what they have for you. So many blessings. And then Amber, you would like to have a free reading. Your question is, will you ever be found by someone who won't just use you and doesn't intentionally hurt you, or what are you doing wrong? All right. Let's take a look here and see what advice Spirit has for you with this here. I feel like they want to drop some deep wisdom. So you might want to sit down. I was kidding. Let's take a look here. Yeah. So you have the Empress, which is Mother Nature, Mother Nurture, and the Page of Pentacles, which is about finding a new level of your worth in relationship to the outside world. So this is about, like we are just talking about, finding our own self-love, right? Because, we can't give or receive love from others more than to the extent that we love ourselves. We also will continue to draw in the same mirrors. Trust me, 5 relationships, the same person in a different body. But well, the mirrors, the teachers and the mirrors will keep showing up to show us what we want to see about ourselves until we see it. So, some things you can do is when you realize that you're looking in a mirror, the things that you see in others, it's like, how do you feel like you're using yourself and or using others? How does that resonate at all? And why do you intentionally hurt yourself? Um, is it possible that there's some unresolved feelings and self-hatred where you feel like you're punishing yourself, and so you intentionally um, are or subconsciously are choosing individuals that reflect back to you how you feel about yourself, right? I know with my relationships, they continually showed me what I wanted to see about myself until I saw it, which was that I didn't have respect for myself. And so they weren't showing me respect by 3 out of the 5 cheated on me, 1 just awful talking to me, and I felt used, for money, and then, the last one I kind of felt like was trying to fit me in between the important things. Then I discovered I was trying to fit myself in between the important things. I was sacrificing myself and my self-respect for money and not being myself and trying to be whoever corporate wanted me to be in order to get money and promotions or whatever, right? And I was cheating on myself with all 5 of them. What? I know, I was surprised too, because when after my relationships in spirit, we were doing my little reflective shadow work, they go, "What did you learn from these individuals?" And I'm like, um, "That people can be bastards. People are mean and ruthless and they cheat." And they're like, let's look at it a different way. If they're a mirror for you, what did you learn about it when people cheated on you?" And I was like, again, I never cheated on any of them. So it, what am I supposed to learn from this? And they're very gentle. I love how spirit just kind of leads you down the path. And they were like, well, if self worth comes from capital S self, and you were looking for your worth out here, I'm like, are you saying that I was cheating on myself with other people? And they're like, and I sat with that, and then it blew my mind because it was true. I was looking for my self-worth and my respect out here, but self-respect comes from here. Self-love comes from here. Self-worth comes from here. I will continually drew people in to show me that about myself until I saw it, and then I didn't need those teachers anymore. Then you draw other teachers for other stuff, but at least for that, right? So I don't feel like you're doing anything wrong. I feel like you're just like any other human looking for love in all the wrong places, right? We find love inward and upward here, and then there's this transformation that happens. And it's beautiful because you fill up on the inside. And then you're not choosing people who will um, show you that lower vibrational side of things, because your self-love rises instead of, in your lower vibration, you draw in lower vibrational people, experiences, and those are the things of fear, the things of how we feel about ourselves, low self-worth and low self energy, all of that draws in things that match it. And as we raise our love vibration, raising our self-love, our self-worth, then we draw in different people than we did before. So it all starts with, again, going back to the mother nature, mother nurture, nurturing yourself, finding your self-love, your self-worth, and your relation, your, new way of looking at your worth in relationship to the outside world in a different way. So, hopefully that helps a little bit there, Amber, but you're not hopeless. So there's just like, oh, so this is why, this is coming in here. And, we draw in lower vibrational people who will intentionally act out of fear to show us our own fear. So, all right. So hang in there. Many blessings. Right. MMC, will you stay in your current work team or will you join another one in the next 2 weeks? All right. Let's take a look here and see what the spirit wants you to know based on current energies. Nope. None of those. All right. Wow. You got both the Lover's card and the Star. So two major arcana. The Star card is like a dream come true. The Lovers is, partnerships, important partnerships that open up. It's also emotional choice. And so, I feel like that um, whatever feels like a dream come true, whatever feels like it's a positive work environment, I feel like that's where you're drawing to. And you get to choose how you feel about either, right? So if you do or you don't in either direction, I like this that you get to choose what it means. But are either of these positions really what your heart feels is your dream come true? I almost feel like it's like meh, meh, either or. What's the difference? I feel like that there is this emotional choice of your heart wants to express itself. This dream come true is about questioning, what is it? Our mind has a lot of supposed tos and shoulds and need tos about what is your dream supposed to be? And you're like, ugh, it's this. And if you wake up going, oh God, I gotta go live my dream today, then you know it's not your dream. This is someone else's dream. And so you get to, look at what is it that I want to do? You know, what would make my heart sing? What's going to make me feel like I'm living and not existing? So, you know, kind of think on that a little bit because I feel like either one is just existing. I don't feel like these are like your dream. And what are we waiting for to live our dream? To die? I know that's why I left corporate life in 2020. Can't believe it's been 4 years since COVID, but that's when it hit. And I was just like, you know what? I could die tomorrow. What am I waiting for to go do what I want to go live? And I want to be stuck in this rat race. So just some clarity. Hopefully that helps a little bit. All right. That's what they have for you, MMC. So many blessings. And then Ateshi Singh is SP in another connection. All right. Let's take a look here. What does Spirit want you to know here? All right. It appears to be so. They got the Ten of Swords, which is leaving behind old expectations and trying to please people, endings and beginnings. And then the Full card, the major beginning of a new adventure, free of all these expectations. So, they have this they have this pattern in the cycle, right? So they have zero expectations and they don't want expectations. They want to be a caged lion. Are they a Leo? They don't want to be a caged lion. They don't want to be a caged person. And they have all these expectations that follow them around from their past. Even if the person that they are with doesn't voice them or anything, they just know. They just know they're there because they're all in here. And so when they meet someone new, there's no expectations in the beginning. But then when things start to happen, they start to feel the walls close in. And so they'll sabotage the relationship subconsciously or consciously or both. And then they, like, okay, I feel free again. And then they're like, so it's like when they're single, they want to be in a relationship. When they're in a relationship, they want to be single. And this is their pattern. They just and and so I do feel like they're in a new connection. I consider that a blessing. You're like, because otherwise you're just going to be caught in that cycle over and over and over again. So I'm glad you got off of the merry-go-round and you're able to stop going in circles and you're able to head off in a direction, realizing, okay, I see what's happening here. All right. So hopefully that's helpful, Ateshi. So many blessings to you. All right. And then hello, you are up next. And hang in there, guys. We still got about a couple of handfuls left here. We're making our way in down the list here. So thank you for your patience. So hello, you want to know what can you expect for next month? All right. And be sure to check out the July monthlies. They just came out today for each individual zodiac sign. So be sure to check it. And let's see what they want you to know here. Wow, you got two major arcana. So you've got the Hermit card and you got the Empress card. Empress is Mother Nature, Mother Nurture, new birth, creativity. The Hermit card is about being yourself, being alone to yourself with spirit. So all this nurturing, I feel like, July is this month of taking care of you, the birthing, the new birthing of you. And I feel like you're doing a lot of self-reflection during this month that allows you to see a lot about yourself that you have been holding on to for a long time and you're ready to let go of things. And you've been working on things. But this is just like a heightened month where a lot of things are falling away and you're transforming a lot of things coming in as well. So it is quite I don't know, just a creative month, but transformational. I just feel like you feel like like a caterpillar when it first goes in its cocoon. It goes through the like becoming caterpillar soup, and I feel like you've been in the caterpillar soup stage for a while, and now you're foaming into a butterfly. You're like, oh, finally, I feel like I'm becoming me. And this is like July. I feel like you're just spending time with you, going, I'm understanding who I am, and I feel like it's an important piece for you. All right. So that's what they have for you. Hello. So many blessings to you. All right. And then Somya, hello, hello. Can you tell me what will happen tomorrow with your sister? All right. We'll see what Spirit wants you to know here. And of course, if this is any kind of medical or legal or anything like that, of course, tarot is for design for entertainment purposes only. Disclaimer is in the description box of the video. Ultimately, everyone makes their own decisions, and we, of course, recommend people seeking professional assistance in anything like that. All right. So let's take a look here, Somyo. Based on current energy, what's going to happen to your sister tomorrow? What is going on with her? All right. Well, it feels like here with the Knight of Pentacles, something's been really moving slow in her life, and she's been patiently seeking something in the outside world. And here comes the fruit, the Ace of Pentacles, because this, you can see here, this knight is on a quest for the Ace of Pentacles. And here it is. They found it. Dun, 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 dun. So I feel like it's a positive thing, whatever happens tomorrow. It just feels like there's been this slow, drawn out search and quest for self-worth and validation and fullness of life and looking at their worth in a different way. And I feel like it just comes out into be a positive way. It's like, here's the fruition, the questing. It's been a long journey, but here it is. And I feel like it's a positive outcome for her, whatever that may mean for her situation. So that's what's coming in there for you, Somya. So many blessings to you. All right. Let's bring a couple more of these over. And then Laura. Just Laura. I know I had a different Laura earlier, but this is just Laura with no initials or anything else after it. So anything for love for you. Let's take a look here. What does Spirit want you know about love? Let's take a look here. What we got. All right. So you've got the Three of Wands with the Three of Cups. So Three of Wands is about a change of direction with new information. And the Three of Cups is about joy and celebration, but it's also there's this, um on one side it's community and it's finding like there's three of you, a little three peas in a pod. It's like finding two besties. And I feel like the progression of this, the Three of Cups is also the third party situation. And I feel like you've went off in a different direction than you normally would have gone, and it's with new information that you received. And I feel like there have been some third party situations where you're like, I don't want this anymore. I don't want to do this kind of stuff and, whatever. And so I'm just changing. I'm going a different direction. And this Three of Cups represents that you meet these two besties of yours that you'll be best friends for like the rest of your lives. But it's like the foundation is being built for a future relationship because they will, and you, of course, to them, will be the source of balance, the source of reality. Where like for me, when I met someone new, my friends knew because I would totally ignore everyone except for that person. They became my life. I would make them my life. Very healthy. No, it wasn't. But my friends were like, "Oh, yeah, we wondered where you went. We figured you met someone. Who are you with now?" And it's like, oh, oh. But then they started to, I started hanging around a close knit group, and they became kind of my, it's not judgmental, but it's accountability where they were just like, "Hey, so you're disappearing again. What? Did you meet someone? Uh-huh. Well, you're disappearing. Uh-huh. We're getting together Thursday. Oh, but we're getting together. Okay, I'll be there." And I would make sure I was. And they taught me to help um, ground myself and maintain friendships and not sacrificing everything. And I feel like that's a big piece of what's coming in here is you're getting this foundation, this backup, this support, someone that will help you bury the bodies. All in jokes, no real burying of bodies, but it's like that kind of thing where they're like, do I need to bring the trash bags? Yes. But they're that support. I love it too. You have the Six of Cups on the bottom, and these are friends from past lives too, with the Six of Cups, where it does feel like you've met them before and you guys just mesh so well because you've had a bunch of lifetimes together where you guys have been like the Three Musketeers. You've been these friendships and these supports for a very long time. So that's what comes first, and then love comes later. Um, but this is an important foundation for you to prepare you. So that's what they have for you, Laura. So many blessings to you. All right. And then Sean G, guidance for the weekend and next week. All right. Let's take a look here. Let's pull one card for this weekend and then one card for next week. So this weekend, got the Four of Pentacles, solid foundation. It looks like you're going to kind of be a homebody a bit with the Four of Pentacles. Think of four walls in the outside world. Home, 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 home. So I feel like you feel at home or are at home during the weekend. For the week, wow, Ace of Cups. Feels like a, excuse me, Dion. Yeah, it is. It feels like just a very relaxed, very upbeat, full of love and overflowing week for you here. So I feel like maybe this weekend is a weekend to rest and really just recharge your battery. And next week is just like you feel happy, you feel overflowing, you feel just like great outcomes, great energies that flow through all of this, allowing that love from above to fill you up and overflow out to the world. So very happy, upbeat, emotional energy for you for next week. So boom, there you go. Right. And that's what they have for you, my dear Sean. So many blessings. All right. And then Starfall, you are up. So a general reading for the next 2 weeks. All right. Let's take a look here. So the next 2 weeks. All right. So I feel like the first week you've got the 5 of swords, which is the battling between your head and your heart. So something's being worked out during this first week between what your head wants and what your heart wants, and they're doing tug of war. And evidently, into week 2, your heart wins because you have the 10 of cups, which is this feeling of joy and overflowingness, like just almost at a sickening a level. So that's why I feel like your heart wins with all these cups, because of course that's emotional energy and it just feels like this fullness of life. So whatever this is, this the next week, just like your heart wants one thing and your head wants another, and you keep going back and forth and back and forth, and it just feels like you've got this indecision going on, and you're wanting this freedom and this release to come in with it all. So I like that. And this dragon just really stood out. And I like this. So, if you're unsure of what decisions to make, with a little Chinese dragon, they actually represent angels and like our spiritual posse. In fact, you'll see me with a lot of dragons because one of my spirit guides comes to me as he's an air element and he comes as a Chinese dragon. And they represent like an angelic beings in the East after the pearl of knowledge, usually same with a giant pearl in their mouth. It's because they're seekers of seeing things from a higher perspective, higher knowledge, higher wisdom. So if you need support, and you're undecided, it could be that you don't have all the information you need, is usually the case. So you can ask spirit, your spiritual posse, show me can you give me some clarity to make it a no-brainer? And they will. They'll bring you like information. You'd be like, oh, okay, well, there we go. I'm choosing that. So I feel like that's an important thing over these next 2 weeks. But the first week is about indecision, trying to make a decision, trying to gain clarity, trying to stop the struggle between your head and your heart, let them both have a seat at the table, and then the heart wins their argument, and then the next week after that, 10 of cups, joy of overflowing. So I like it. Right, so that's what they have for you, Starfall. So many blessings to you. All right, and then Olivier Vergara, you are up. How will things turn out in your legal case? Is this person, will they stop attacking? And then I just mentioned before about here in the United States, we have to have a disclaimer about tarot that is designed for entertainment purposes only, and that legal things, medical things, whatever, that you should ultimately, of course, consult professionals, and you ultimately just make your own decisions. And and so, disclaimer made. All right, so let's take a look here and see how will things turn out in your legal case. All right. Nope. Okay, that's that one. And then will they stop attacking? All right. All right. So we do have the 3 of Cups, which is joy, celebration, your community. And so I do feel like this 3 of Cups is joyful. So I feel like you do have a positive outcome in your legal case. And will the person stop attacking? We have the 6 of Swords, which is movement from old ways of thinking to new ways of thinking, choppy waters to calmer waters, movement. So I do feel like there will be a change that will come in here, because I feel like they're being removed from the situation, coming in here. So I do feel like there will be recompense, and that you do have a positive outcome for your case, and that they're not going to be in the picture anymore. So that's what's coming in, Livier. So hang in there. Many blessings to you. Just focus your energy on higher vibration too. Gratitude. If we focus on what we fear, we draw it to us. So it's important to have gratitude for that I'm divinely protected and I'm divinely guided, and thank you, Spirit, and focus on the gratitude. Then we have more of that comes in and supports us with that too. If we focus on fear, 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 like I fear they're gonna stay in my life. I fear they're gonna stay in my life. What our energy is saying, what I would really love? What? For them to stay in my life. Okay, we'll make it happen. No, that's not what I wanted. But that's what our energy says when we focus in on lower vibrational. So the thing you can do for yourself is focus on higher vibration, gratitude, gratitude, gratitude for the things you do love and want in your life, um, or have in your life that you want to have continue in your life. All right, so that's what they have for you. So many blessings. Oh, and then I think, hello. I think we already did you already. That sounds familiar. So I think that was just a repeat. So, Maria P., your free question is what's coming for you and David in connection this month? All right. So, what is coming based on current energies? All right. All right. So, you do have two major arcana. You have a death card, death and rebirth, and the Hierophant, seeing things from a higher perspective as well. So you get some capital T truths on who you want to be, what you want, how you want it. And I feel like you both go through this where you're realizing a lot here. And there is this rebirth, there is a change of relationship that comes in here with that. And let's see, I'm just going to just try to see here. I don't feel like those three cards were it. And I don't feel like it's like an ending of the relationship. I just feel like it's an alteration and a revamping because this truth comes in here, this capital T truth about what you truly want. Um, and sharing your truth is what allows things to um, become clear. It allows your relationship, your connection is a good word. I like that connection. Allows your connection to go through an alteration, an adjustment, a change. So I feel it's important over this next month that you do really look at what do I want and why do I want it? And is it really what I want? Is it what my heart wants or my mind? Or what is it? And I feel like you get a lot of clarity that helps you with all this. So that's what they have for you, Maria. So many blessings to you. And thank you for your donation earlier. All right. And then Nature 1111, you would like to have a love reading. All right. Let's take a look here. Okay. That must be one of your cards. Come flying out of the deck here. What is it here? Oh, yay. So you do have the Knight of Pentacles, which is one of the slowest moving knights. And then you have the Four of Pentacles, which is kind of like the solid foundation in that outside world home, this feeling of home. And when you get the combination of these, I just feel like there's this um, period here that you're in right now where things are moving slow. You're kind of staying at home. You're kind of developing your home, your sense of home on the inside too. But while it's slow, this gives us time to look into our own self-worth. What are the thoughts and beliefs and mindsets I have about love and me and any, I don't know, limiting thoughts and beliefs that you have. Emotions, what emotions are in there that I can release, that I don't, hold on to, that won't just explode, all over the place when I get into a relationship with someone. We can do this preventative maintenance in a way where we look at the clutter in our brain, the clutter in our emotions, the clutter in our energy, the clutter in our physical world, and we invest our energy during that time to focus on us and our environment. And then that prepares us for what comes forward. So I feel like right now it's all about focusing on home and yourself, and then that will speed things up because when we're focusing on lower vibrational things, it slows it down. When we focus on higher vibrational, it speeds it up. Right? So that's what's coming in for your Nate Jaw. So many blessings to you. And then Ashavin Rai want to know what do your neighbors think about you, and are they jealous? All right, let's take a look here. So what do your neighbors think of you? We'll take a look here first. All right. So they got the Page of Cups here. So they see you here as someone who just has a passion for life, a love for life. The page is like happiness and higher emotions and, new love and higher love. And so love, 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 love. And what do they feel about you? Oh, you want to know if they were jealous? Was the Queen of Cups. And they're not. The Queen of Cups she's the master of emotion. And so I don't feel like they're jealous. I just feel like there's a lot of emotion below the surface. The Queen of Cups rules over emotion, plus she gets a second portion of emotion too, which makes her the master. So she definitely feels a lot below the surface. And I feel like there's a lot of emotion that's there, but it's fear. And I feel like because every moment's either a fear or unconditional love. I don't feel like they're exhibiting unconditional love to you. I just feel like there's some fears that they have about, who they are and what other people are doing. How does it reflect on them? Blah, 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 blah. So, not really so much, it can be expressed as jealousy, but at the core, it's like every emotion is either one or the other. So, when we go, what you're feeling from your neighbors is fear, not unconditional love. So, there's some beliefs about who they are and who they're not, and etc. that bubble to the surface, and it like activates around you. So there's some sort of trigger that's related to you in their mind and in their heart, which um, could or could not have anything to do with you at all. Whenever like when we worked in the call center, there's some people that I noticed. Like, I would have reps that would escalate with certain customers. The rest of the time, wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. But whenever there was a certain mail and I listened to the 3 phone calls and I'm like, "Oh my gosh, these 3 people they're different people." But I go, "They have a lot of the same." They were all male, they were all had this same tone and same, even it almost sounded like they're the same. And when I listened to the one of the calls, that's all I had to do was say, "Who does this remind you of?" And I played it, and they were like, "Oh, that's my stepfather's voice." And hadn't realized it. And when they realized it, all these emotions would come up, when they had no idea. And it was amazing to see the transformation because they were like, "You know what? I'll never I'll never do that again." And it didn't. And she was like, "Listen to this call. This is that person. See the difference in how I handled it this time." And I listened to it and I was like, "Wow, night and day." And it was great. And I feel like this is what is happening, that there's things that don't have anything to do with you, that they're just, it's because what they have in here, and you just happen to be there and you happen to, your presence in some way triggers it for them. And you're like, okay, you know, uh, all you can do is show them that you're not that person and give love, 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 love instead of fear. And then you'll see a change as well. Because it's like it's like dogs. Not that I'm calling them dogs, but dogs can sense fear, and when they can sense fear, then they go into fear, and then they become aggressive. When they sense love, then they do their tails a little wagging. When I go for walks and stuff, I'll walk by. I just try to have love, love, love as I'm walking and connecting with spirit, and I'll walk by a fence with a dog, and they'll be all bark, 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 with their tails all hee hee hee, all happy, and you're just like, "You're so funny." But anyway, that's what they have for you. So many blessings. All right. Sorry, guys. Almost done. So, CJ, you are up. Are there any new cats coming your way? Oh, meow, meow, meow. Let's see, I have a cat shirt on. Look, a cat samurai. So, CJ, any cats coming your way? Any new cats coming your way? Yes. Yep. I feel like you are. Because you have the world card, which is an ending of old cycles, beginning of new adventures. And then Eight of Pentacles is putting in the work, and then things are unfolding in the outside world that bring fruition in the outside world. So I definitely feel like there's, um, yeah, because they even have a feline on the world card, you know. So maybe a tabby, one that looks like a little mini lion. But I definitely feel like you definitely have a new cat headed your way with those cards, and I'm happy for you. I love cats, if you guys can't tell. I love most animals, but I will have cats in my home. Right now, I'm in a place that she's allergic and she has a dog. But someday, I might have a cat again. You just never know. All right. So lucky, 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 you are up. So will the most recent case win in your favor? All right. And so disclaimer about medical or legal or anything like that. Tarot's designed for entertainment purposes only. Always consult, of course, a licensed professional in anything. And ultimately, everyone makes their own decisions. Check out the disclaimer in the description box of the video. So let's take a look here. Will your most recent case, will it end in your favor? All right. Okay. Well, you got the Wheel of Fortune, which does say that it's the tune of for you, so that is a positive thing. And then you have the Lovers card coming in here too, which is about partnerships, emotional choice. Um, so I'm not sure what that has to do with it, but I feel like you end up coming out of it feeling just very supported and feeling like you have a strong partnership with someone. So I like this, energy that's coming in here. Feels very positive with those cards. So I like it. And that's what they have for you. So many blessings to you. And then Jeep. So your free reading, what will you do in July? You will not be at your regular job. All right. So let's take a look here. What will you be doing in July? Be sure to check out July's readings that just came out today too. And if you want to look at if you know where your Saturn is in your birth chart, go look at that sign because that's your work. If you're wondering like what you will do for work in there. All right. Well, you do have here, you have the King of Pentacles, which is about abundance and fullness in the outside world. So you're going to feel full. And then you have the Karma or the Judgment card, which is about you being called to a new place by spirit, by your higher self. It's your higher self calling you to a different location, even on the bottom of the deck. Wow. So I feel like you end up going somewhere new because you've got the full card, the Zero card, the first card in the Major Arcana, and the Ace of Pentacles, new opportunities opening up in the outside world. So I feel like you're in a new adventure in something that's like your calling and where you're being drawn to. So I feel like June, you're going to be going on this vacation with your kids. You have this, you know, decision of what you're going to do. And I feel like when you come back, you just decide, all right, this is what I'm going to go do. And you've thought about the stages and the stuff that you have to do to finagle finances and to get stuff together and to whatever. And you're like, this is what I'm going to go do. And I like that for you. So it feels very progression ish, like you're moving in your dream, you're moving towards this calling that you're being drawn to go do. And so I feel like you have that abundance of the King of Pentacles. So you got the funding from somewhere that's coming in. So I like it. Right. And that's what they have for you, Jeep Jeep. So many blessings. And then HTTPS, your free reading, more from your spirit team. Absolutely. And Jeep and HTTPS. Thank you guys so much for your donations earlier. And all right. What else does your spirit team want you to know here? Well, pretty much the same messages, right? You got the strength card coming in, which is your human connecting with your higher self. There's like a infinity symbol above there. You can kind of see it. And here you go, the Ace of Swords, which is Ace, no, Page. Higher information, either way, it's, Ace or Page. It's about connecting to this higher truths, seeing things from a higher perspective, an upgrade in how you're thinking and how it's unfolding here. So it really is about just some great revelations that are coming your way. And I feel like they're just dropping things into your head where you're just like, what? What? Like answers to questions, guidance coming in, and I just feel like you're just have this knowingness as you connect with spirit and your higher self. It's just like things just start to flow, things start to go. It's funny. You're feeling smarter. And I like that. It's like, wow, so you're getting some good things are clicking and you're feeling smarter. That's what is coming in. That's funny. All right. But that's what they have for you, HTTBS. So many blessings to you. And then Yanvi Gavandi, how will you meet your future spouse? All right, let's take a look here. How will you meet them? All right. Yeah, you've got the Hanged Man, which is uh, after a transformation, you're hanging upside down from a tree. So you're in this transformation like a cocoon. And you have the peace of mind, the Four of Swords. And I feel like you'll meet your future spouse as you allow your transformation to happen, and you get out of your head and into your heart, and you're just allowing things to unfold in a way like that. I like that because originally when I read your question, I felt like you're going to meet him in living your passion. You got it out of your head of I need to meet someone, and you're just out living your passion, doing what you love, and doing what you love. The other person's doing what they love, and it's the same thing. And you guys meet each other, and you're like, boom, this spark happens. And you have these commonalities of things that you both enjoy doing, and you're like, hey, this is cool. And so you have that spark that sparks from living your passion. So that's how you meet them, is by doing things, getting away from this focus of I got to find love to I'm living my passion instead. So that's what's coming in for you. So many blessings. And then my final reading is BJ. So for everyone else, hopefully I didn't miss anyone. If I did, my deepest apologies. I'll be back on about an hour and 20 minutes from my evening session. And then I'm also back tomorrow morning and Sunday morning at 11 a.m. Mountain Time, tonight and tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Mountain Time. So be sure to join us then. After I'm done, I will take a moment and type out all these 40 plus names. And so you can spot where you're at and then find your reading much more quickly. All right. So BJ, will Marwan and you be in a relationship together? All right, let's take a look here and see what is happening here. With the Tower card, this is about people being removed or things out of your life on purpose, for a purpose, to make space for something that's more in alignment for you in your path. And with the Hanged Man here, it's like the kind of being held back and up in a cocoon as you transform. So with these two cards coming in, I don't feel like you will. Two major arcana. I don't feel like you will. I feel like they're going to be removed out of your life. But it makes room and space for who is designed for you, that's more in alignment with your higher self and where your higher self wants you to go in this life. So I feel like it's a very positive thing when spirit removes something out of our life, because they're sparing us and making space for something even grander. We don't downgrade. It's always an upgrade. So it's like you think they're awesome. The person that's coming for you is like, oh my God, even more awesome. So that's what's coming in for you right now, BJ. All right. So many blessings, everybody. Thank you for all the thumbs up. It really does help support the channel, and you're part of the love tsunami and sending love out to the world. So thank you guys so much for doing that. And as always, remember every second of every day of your life that you are unconditionally loved by the mother and the father of all things, our creator. And of course, I love you too. So until I see you again, much love. Hang in there. Take care of yourself. We'll see you soon.